Good evening, everybody, and welcome. Sorry we're delayed. Wilco's, no, it wasn't. It's my fault. I was pressing go live, and it wouldn't work, and it's because I wasn't reading it. I just kept pushing it, like just couldn't do anything about it. Anyway, welcome everybody. We're back. We're back from our summer holidays to entertain the nation once again. We've had our break. We've had our school holidays, and we are back to entertain the nation. You're all welcome, and we're here. I'm joined by the totally unfazed by his poor camera work, Wilco.
Hello.
Beth's here, who is the best substitution that we could ever. Bless her. 1 week, Beth, we're going to have you on because you're scheduled to come on instead of stepping in for somebody. Because bless you, every time I message Beth, it's always, I couldn't do us a favour, could you? But we must give admin a shout out because she's not very well. So big shout out to admin. Hope you're feeling better. And thank you, Beth, honestly, for joining us tonight.
Oh, good.
I know she appreciates it. And Silly Bollocks is back.
Wow. What an introduction that was then. Good night to everyone else. That's just offensive.
It could be, and I think that's the way we're going to fire for the second half of the year. And actually, we have got a very good second half of the year because even next week, people, I can let you into a little secret. Hayden and I are recording 2 podcasts that could potentially be 2 of our best. I'm not just making that up. We've got 2 cracking guests that we've got coming up, which we're going to be recording next week, and we will put them out over the next few weeks. So super exciting things to come on here. And as always, Wilco, what's the email address, just to remind everybody?
Oh, blimey, it's been so long since I've been on. I've almost forgot. Are we longmanshow@gmail.com still?
There you go. That's the one you haven't remembered the password to. But let us know what you want to see on the show over, the next few months and that. Look, we're going to try and help everybody who's sort of maybe training's coming to a head because they've got something coming up. I know Berlin's around the corner, and we've got Great North Run, and there's Vitality 10K, or whatever it is. And then we've got obviously the marathon season coming. So we're going to try and help and guide everybody through that from our perspective, everyday runners. So we're going to try and do a bit of that. As I said, we're going to mix it up a little bit. We'll try and get a few people on where they actually add value, where they're not just trying to sell some old shit to you, like on all the other podcasts. Do you know what I mean? That's not what we're here for. So we're going to try and add some value as we go along. As always, we're recording this live because we're stupid. And even though the text box is smaller, it is there still, so you can see yourself. I know you got to get your glass. Well, the thing is, right? If you're new, you haven't tuned in for a few weeks. We've got a new software thing that we're using, and I haven't yet worked out how to make that box bigger. Because the only way I think I can try it is while we're live on air. But then while we're live on air, it's not really working, is it? So, yeah. Anyway, right. So tonight I wrote down what we're talking about, believe it or not, but I don't know where it is because I.
So helpful.
You're comfortable.
Definitely sticking
in. Yeah,
definitely sticking.
I've arrived.
Yeah.
We are. Listen to this. This is a hero move. The topic tonight that we are going to be discussing, this bloody good one, is getting you race season ready. The Everyday Runner's Guide to getting you race season ready. Because like I said just a minute ago, seriously, now I know it's August, but before you know it, you're all going to be out there doing all this sort of awesome stuff. So that's what we're going to talk about a little bit. And I've got 5 little things to think about at the end, but also just in general, right? We're going to talk about that. So that's what's coming up. I do want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Skechers. Get over to Skechers.uk. The whole range, the new Aero range is out. So make sure you check that out. A lot of good feedback on those shoes, actually. So make sure you head over to skechers.co.uk, who will be supporting the podcast where we do it live in Newcastle, which is awesome. Yeah, Great North Run is coming around, people. And there's quite a lot of people coming. Hayden, there's quite a lot of people coming, but we are going to be live in the bar afterwards, which I think is a brilliant idea, don't you?
I'll pick you up your street, mate. You'll have a great time.
Well, I won't, but you lot will. But yeah, so even if you can't for some reason make the shakeout run or whatever, or the pod, come along to the bar anyway, because we're going to be there. What bar is it, Hayden? I can't remember the name of it.
Banyam.
Oh.
All right, Banyam.
Don't ask me.
Oh, come on, you put me in the spot there. I'm sure it is the Banyam. It's quite a lot.
Begins with a B. I remember that.
I think it is Banyam.
I
It's got
remember
a couple
that
of
it
floors,
begins
big cocktail bar. We've got the whole top floor to ourselves. So
All right.
only thing I'm a bit worried about is I think she said capacity is about 200, 220. So
Oh, so we're going to be in breach of the fire
we
regulation.
could be pushing hard luck. But let's see. I'm sure we'll be fine. Let's take over downstairs as well.
Well, just take over the whole bloody thing, really. So, team, let me get rid of that. So, how are we all doing in general? It's a big weekend. Beth, there's absolutely no way you can end up going to this extreme park run tomorrow. Surely not.
No, it's
You'd
a
have
bit
had to
too
live by now.
extreme for me. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Hayden, explain to the listeners and the viewers who maybe listen to this as a pod. And by the way, we appreciate everybody who's in the comments. We will come round to those comments. And also, the Instagram post I put out earlier, there is some stuff in there as well. We're going to pick up on that as well. So, get involved in the comments as well. We will come back to that in a minute. But, Hayden, explain to the viewers and listeners, maybe this is their first time listening to this crap, and they might think, oh, hello, this is actually quite interesting. This. So, tell them what it is.
So extreme parkrun was an idea that was come up with, I believe, in the Chelmsford satellite group, where basically people talked about doing the most extreme parkrun they can, just basically waking up in the morning, going as far away as you can to do a parkrun and coming back that same day. And maybe your missus or your husband or your kids in that don't even realise what you've done for the day. And we've done as far away ones as we've done quite a few. We've done about 8 or 9 now, done loads of far away ones. And now because we're getting limited on how far we can go in one day, we've made the extreme element something more difficult, like US Rivers 4D, when we've done the Great Yarmouth, the hardest park run in the UK, where we basically run in the sand during like it's the worst weather I've ever seen on a Saturday morning, just to hammer it home, which was awful. We've run from Seventh Bridge in Wales, where we've run from Wales into England and back into Wales. And this time we are going down to the second, I believe it's the second hilliest park run in the UK, down at Daylesford Country Park, which is in the beautiful county of Dorset. And we're going to run along the Jurassic coastline and do a park run down there. We've got a coach load of people, literally physically, we've hired a coach and we've got 52, 53 people on the coach heading down there. And then we've got about another 60 odd people, self-travelers, who are going to meet us down there. And we're just going to have a massively epic park run. It's going to be fantastic. We always supply volunteers, helpers to help the core team out, because we realised suddenly they're there one day and then numbers are regular. They get 300, 350, 340, 330. And suddenly 130 of us pull up as well. So we let them know in advance. We give them all the help they can. And they are really, really excited and buzzing to see us. So we're going to bring that energy. It's just going to be an absolute fantastic day. And when it's over, we're not straight back. We're all going to go down into Swanage Bay for a good old-fashioned day at the beach. Lots of fun, laughter, and a few beers. It's going to be tiring, but amazing day. Can't wait.
And Wilco, you're going to bed at what time?
Well, I should have gone to bed an hour ago.
Oh,
really?
yes. And what time are you getting up?
I'm getting picked up at 2:45.
Jesus Christ.
So, I'll be up about 2:00.
It's extreme.
You know,
Extreme park
it's
run.
extreme. It's just the way it is. And then we've got to and then we're driving from here. We're picking up a few people, and then we're going to drive from here to Dartford. We're getting the first, which is where the first coach pickup is. And then we go around the M25 to Hayden's estate. And then we pick up.
That'd
all
take
the
an hour
Sunday
just
mob.
to get through the gates, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, we've got to get here through the gates, through the security man, passport control, all that sort of business. And then we go there, and then we just, I suppose we head off down the A303 or wherever it is. I see someone going past Stonehenge today. I suppose we're going that way, are we?
Yeah, I didn't really get that. I think that was Tony and Lloyd. They're coming down from, obviously, Staffordshire, going past Stonehenge.
I didn't think we were going that way. Anyway, so, I always have to ask what time we're going home, but fortunately, I've been furnished with the details and we're leaving about 3:30, so I've got time for a big portion of fish and chips, about 6 pints.
Oh, good news!
What?
Good news! No, where is it? Hang on. I had a WhatsApp earlier from a dear colleague of mine.
Oh.
I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. I'm going to hold this up to the camera. Let's see.
Hopefully, this is either fish and chips or beer related. Oh,
Can you read the establishment?
no, I can't. Mate.
No.
I can just see fish and chips.
Where's
No.
this?
Order £20 and pick up your free item.
Can you read the website address?
No.
That's the only one with decent eyes.
Lazy Fish and Chip Shop is back
I was
open.
back.
Lazy Fish and Chip Shop.
After their summer holiday, Lazy Fish and Chip Shop, the country's greatest fish and chip shop, has reopened after their summer break. And after 21 miles tomorrow, I am going to go in there and smash the living daylights out of it.
Do you know, the only thing that'd be better than that comeback would be the comeback of the Speed Goat. I'd love to see Speed Goat come back. Where is he? Where is he go? We need to find him. This ain't good enough. He ain't been here for ages. We need to. Anyone in the comments, let us know if you have seen Speed Goat in the last.
Well, there's good news. I have good news. The 450 people that are coming to the shakeout run, they may spot him. May spot a Speed Goat in Newcastle. If you're one of the 450 people that are coming to the Great North Run Shakeout, not the official one, because that's just going to be badly organised. But if you're coming to the proper shakeout run, social run of everyday runners that's happening in Newcastle, you may spot a Speed Goat. You've been warned.
And get yourself a picture with him. Get a selfie with him.
I'd love it. Honestly, that would make. I'd love it.
Make sure you get a picture of him with you, smiling, looking bright and breezy.
Tag him as well. T3_things. I think it is.
Oh, please. Well, if you see him in Newcastle, you have to get a selfie with him.
Oh, sure. Fish and chip shop, and he reopens this weekend. He's going to be down there anyway, isn't he?
Yeah, you honestly, Beth, you're going. You need to get one.
Yeah, I am going. I will.
You need to 100%. So anybody who's worried about him, don't be.
I'm worried
because he's making a return.
Need a montage.
Yeah, little more. Anyway, we're meant to be talking about this stuff. Other good news, by the way. This is other good news before we get into the topic, because I do want to talk about it because it's quite important. But in the gym today, I did something I've never done before. I did that bar. You know that bar over your back thing? You know when you put the bar on your back and you do the squats thing? Has anyone ever done that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't? Yeah, like it's normal. I have had huge anxiety over doing it. Like massive anxiety. I'm not taking the piss for once, right? Generally, I have not had the confidence to go and do it, right? Because I don't really know. I do know what I'm meant to do, but I've not had the confidence to go up and do it. Because I don't know about you. You go to go gym, you feel like, all right, Pret, right? You don't really know what you're doing. And my confidence is growing all the time. But I did it today. I put the things on because I always worry about them falling off. I watch these guys. I'm thinking, how are they doing it? So anyway, I did it because there wasn't many people in there. So I put the old things on. I did it first without, and that bar's quite heavy. I thought, what's this going on about? Then I put the things on the end and they didn't fall off because that was my other worry. And my other worry was the fact that I wouldn't be able to get the bloody thing back on. But I did that as well. So I was well proud of myself today because, again, I've removed the barrier. So that means next time I go in there, I could do it because I've been meaning to do it, right? Ever since I really got back into the gym. And it's the last sort of thing that I've been scared to do, right? And I think it's quite, again, I always say about it, it's quite intimidating, the gym. I had a row with a bloke yesterday. I was on the treadmill, right? Now you tell me if I'm out of order here. Beth, I'm talking
I can tell you now. Yeah, you're going to be.
Probably.
I was minding my own business, right? I was on the treadmill. I was doing a session on the treadmill. And I have headphones on, but I didn't have my usual ones, my sort of just leave me alone, I'm autistic ones. But I had just the AirPods in, yeah? I started to warm up and that. And all I could hear was this, oh, yeah! Yeah, come on! Whoa! And I looked around. And there's this smallest dude with this little ponytail with a client. And he was the PT. And they were making so much bloody noise. And I just looked at him. I thought, nah, he's going to stop that in a minute. Hang on, Wilco. I will finish the story. They then continued this for my 5 minutes nearly of warm-up. It got to the point where I told the bloke to go away in a very polite way and be very, very quiet because nobody wants to hear your noises, right? But the manager of the place was walking along and heard all this, and he looked at me like I was like some piece of what's it on his shoe. And I thought to myself, hang on a minute, you should be telling that prick to shut his mouth. There's other people in this gym to be more respectful of everybody else in this place and stop it. We don't all want to hear that you're a PT and you have to make these noises. It's unnecessary and it puts people off from coming to these sort of establishments. Behave yourself. So anyway, I had to take matters into my own hands. I dealt with it in a very polite and professional manner. And actually, the guy shut up after that. Although he did tell me, firstly, that why am I worried when I've got headphones in? I thought, you ignorant sod. So anyway, I told him. So anyway, that was the gym story. Wilco, what was you going to say?
No, I was just going to ask whether it wasn't clear. I didn't understand whether it was the PT guy.
It was a PT. It would make you so much noise. I just think it's. I get, but you want a bit like rev up your client, but you don't need the whole gym. I know what he was trying to do. He's trying to go, look, everybody, I'm a PT here. I'm a hero. No one cares. And this is the problem.
It's a bit of motivation.
This is the problem. It puts people off. Okay, everybody's there to do their own thing. You don't need to be shouting at people. Fair enough. I went there today. It was lovely. All right. When I say lovely,
So when's your good time to go to the gym? Because I always find that I like to go into the gym just after the sort of, like, if I've got a day off, about 9:30. So everyone from work has just finished, and you just have that little lull between people who sort of like coming in, who've dropped their kids off and stuff like that. And you just got a nice little time at that sort of time in the morning. It's a good time to go.
I went in this morning at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, and it was dead. There was no one in.
Really?
At all. It was lovely.
So can I ask a question? Does anyone on this panel actually work?
No, mate, I'm just.
I'm going to the bloody gym during the day.
I get a day off in the week, and I might go off in the week because I work at the weekend.
Frodo, I get an hour unpaid lunch. So I'm going to turn this hand gesture into another one if you're not careful. But it's true. I go. I ain't got a choice. I have to go at lunchtime, and I think that's why you end up experiencing what I experienced, which is basically a room full of, Again, today was brilliant. It was quiet. It was Friday. It was fine. It's just, I think it's uncalled for, and I think there needs to be a list on the wall of sort of rules for the gym. But it was more. You know what? I was more annoyed about the manager. It was about 12, walking past and just thinking that's acceptable. Because if it was my gaff, that geezer would have got it and said, "Shut up. There's other people in here." Anyway, that's the story. But go back to the original point. Probably everyone's tuned off now thinking he's an idiot. But I was more proud of myself the fact that I did the thing today. So,
well, that's
well done.
Concentrate on the positives, mate. Don't worry about
exactly.
You did a good thing. You got a plus result out of the trip.
Look at this. Look what Mark's saying in the comments. Look. Fordy, you crack me up. I totally agree with your gym stories. Exactly why I don't go to the gym. There we go. That's why we are the voice of the everyday runner. We are not here to sugarcoat it, put it on Instagram like they do and show you how good we are. No, it's no bullshit here. We are the man of the people.
I'll tell you, we have had good news as well in the comments. We've had a sighting of Speedgo. He's been spotted in Primark in Lancaster.
It can't be him. He doesn't do shopping.
Can't be him.
He doesn't do shopping. And he goes to work, comes home, sits in his gym that he does because he's got aircon, and then goes back to work.
Is he? Why don't you go to his gym?
What?
Why don't you go to his gym?
I'm banned.
Why? What, antisocial behaviour?
Just because I'm me. I'm basically.
I think you need to creep to him, mate, and get back in.
Yeah, maybe.
Build some bridges.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Anyway, so that's the story of the week, really, from the gym. But there we go. Right, team. So it's mid-August. Yeah, it's just checking. 15th. Let's get my maths right. We're 6 to 12 weeks away from some races. Can anybody think of any races that we're 6 weeks away from?
The brilliant GNR.
There you go. You're welcome.
Well, that's less than that.
It must be less than that, yeah.
Yeah,
it's free. Yeah. It's 3 weeks on Sunday.
Is it 3 weeks?
Yeah. All your jet setting, you've lost sort of track of time, have you? You know, different time zones and all that.
It is true.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got 3 weeks to some, but we do have 12 weeks to some others. So it is a key point for a lot of people. Listen, you might just be running because you want to run, and that's great. We love you as well. But I think it's like those. it's those sort of events and things that we're thinking of, whether, like Vitality 10K, where planning ahead may help, right? And that's the sort of thing that I want to think about. Also, maybe some final tweaks to some of your training. Now, Hayden, obviously you're training like me for Chicago. Is there a way? Because I think it's funny. I was doing some coaching calls this week, and a few of them we're balancing out that overtraining element of mileage is secured. You know, you're what is it? Week 8 for Chicago?
Chicago, yeah, week 8.
Yeah, week 8. So you're right in the midst of the plan. You're in that point where volume's probably picked up. You've always obviously done quite a bit of volume, and it's the same, relative for if you're doing Vitality 10K or whatever, right? But it's finding now how to balance some of it out and listen to your body. So, give you an example. One client, we've taken a run out per week just for the next 2 weeks, just to ease off a fraction, because they've just been hitting it hard, felt some of that fatigue, listened, and that's the beauty of coaching rather than obviously doing it via apps and stuff. Appreciate it's expensive, but because you get that one-to-one, you get that personal side of things. Right, we're listening. Let's do this, and we can divert to something different. How do you balance that sort of? Well, I used reference it this week. Tightrope that you're walking.
I think you referenced it to it. You started this whole conversation. It's listening to yourself, listening to your body. I think the more you run, and the more it's too easy to say an experienced runner, because where do you define who's an experienced runner? 1 year, 10 years? I don't know. But for myself, I just know. As you said, I get to 8 weeks. I was away on holiday for the last week and a half, so I've given up.
You didn't tell anyone on
I didn't know. I had a bit of like a download week, so it's been a bit quieter. I haven't got as long on the distances, so I feel better now. I feel ready to go. Whereas if I wouldn't have been away, this would have been a winter block. By now, I'd used exactly to put it, week 8, starting to think now like, we've still got a long way to go. I'm starting to feel a bit tired. And it is about listening to your body 100%. Or as you said, which is something I've definitely picked up on last year or so, if it does start feeling a little bit tough, take that one run out and do something else. Go to the gym, go for a swim. Just changing that variety as well can change the mindset completely as well for me. So definitely just do something a little bit different. Don't just keep thinking, right, 50-mile a week, 60-mile a week, 50-mile a week, 70-mile a week, 50. No. Just don't do it. It won't do you any good whatsoever.
Beth?
I've never run a marathon.
No,
but from a half marathon point of view.
Put the marathons aside. It's not. This is relative for all distances and all sorts of runners.
I think you always hit that point where you're like on this little hamster wheel. You're like just trying to get somewhere, but really you're just going round and round in a circle. And sometimes you've just got to jump off, have a little bit of a rest, recovery, kind of chill, do some different stuff, kind of like what Hayden was saying. It doesn't have to be running all the time. Missing one run won't make a difference. And I think then when you get back on that wheel, you can then go with a little bit more energy, a bit more enthusiasm, and actually you end up in a better place than if you just kept on going.
What a great analogy, eh? Look at that. Yeah. Brains of the bunch. Youngest one here, she's got all the brains.
I know. This is why I hate it. She's my prodigy, not yours. Yeah.
Fight over me later.
Yeah, there you go. So I think the point here is that whatever point you are in your plan or whatever you're doing, again, what you're training for is irrelevant. But have the confidence to tweak it. Don't as you say, be that, on that meal, that thing, just running around because it says it on the app that you've got to do whatever. Have the confidence to turn around and say, you know what? I'm going to sack that 5K off and I'm going to go for a swim. And that can make a huge difference. Have the confidence to do that, yeah. And as I said, make those training tweaks wherever you are. And again, it could be coming into the Great North Run, 3 weeks to go. How does your sort of deload tape? That's your fine. Your taper. How does that look? Are you tapering for the Great North Run? How does it? How's that all fitting in? Again, look at previous stuff you've done, maybe, and look at what worked before and things like that. So don't be afraid to tweak things as we sort of head into this race season. Okay, that's the first thing I wanted to mention.
Just on that, on
Yes,
tweeting
mate.
things, one thing that I still do, not used to do, is don't write things down in pen. Write it down in pencil. So, like, if I have a trading plan that's like on a piece of paper, if you write it down in pencil, it's editable and you can like rub it out and change things. Whereas if you write things down in pen, it's much more permanent and it feels like a bigger deal crossing things out. Go on.
Problem.
Yeah.
I don't have a pencil.
I will somewhere.
You will, because you're an accountant. That's why.
This is just old school.
Yeah.
Also, do you still use crayons?
Crayons.
A
No,
pencil?
I didn't. No, it's very.
You not have a pencil? Oh,
I can't remember the last time I used a pencil. I
Get
didn't even
yourself
think they
one.
existed
Yeah,
anymore.
look. There you go. Pencil.
Yeah, that's because you're old, and that's
All these
that's
dodgy
what-
accountants.
We can rub it out.
It's
Whatever you do, something
yeah,
goes right.
exactly. No, HMRC won't know.
Yeah. Yeah, you get rid of that. Get rid of that.
That's all right.
Get rid of
Better
that.
give that to me, Brad envelope.
Yeah. Go in
I
there.
will-
Go on,
Yeah,
mate.
go on. No, I was going to say was I would actually sympathise with some of that. What she's saying is actually not a bad thing. What I do, Beth, because I'm currently in 2025, I use notes on my phone, and or even to the degree I'll use the calculator. So my runs, my mileage, what I want to do, or is on there, and I will delete, change, change,
I'm the same.
and that's how I. Was that what you were going to say, Wilco?
Well, but also I'd like to stand on his head as well, because you're talking about. So if it's week 8 on your Chicago plan, and so 8 of 16, you're at the halfway. I've found when I've been doing these things, you're entering the toughest bit of the whole thing, because you're getting your mileage is cranking up, and it's quite difficult to see sort of like the light at the end of the tunnel, and it becomes a slog and stuff like that. But oh God, no! Shut up a minute. What I'm saying is that if you can get through it, if you can push through, then you will gain the rewards as well. So you don't always have to take the easy option. You can just sort of like grin and bear it, because it will get better. That's the point I was trying to make.
has another
Sorry,
good
mate.
fish and chip shop opened?
No. Wilco just brilliantly reminded me of something excellent I went to see. And I was going to sing it for you, but I'd get a copyright strike. I went to see Starlight Express. There's a line at the end of the tunnel.
I saw this.
I thought it was going to be total and utter pony. It was brilliant. And it's shutting. But that's what, sorry, Wilco, you just reminded me of that song.
I know.
You got to do
I
it.
did. So, well, yeah, I did. I put you down.
Hayden, have
Now
you
you
seen
told
that?
people.
Hayden, you probably saw the first one in 1970 when you probably
No,
had 50.
I did see it first time round, but that was literally, I think it was early 90s or something. Yeah.
80s.
Long time ago.
80s. Right, anyway, sorry, go back. By the way, I think we're proving that reviewer right about liking my sound of my own voice tonight. Just putting that out there. Make sure you put nice reviews, because we keep getting these Herberts on there who really don't like me, and that's up to them.
Yeah, but you say that. Look at the figures you shared me the other day, the downloads. Oh my God, how on earth are we having that many people downloading this and taking them out of them? It is just
How
incredible.
many?
It's just
Millions,
ridiculous.
literally
Honestly,
millions.
I've stopped counting the zeros. It was ridiculous.
It's unbelievable how many. And
Incredible.
actually, it's a good point, because I haven't gone to my other point yet. Is that thank you seriously? Yeah, while I was away, we're always working on stuff to promote the club and things like that. We don't promote this; we just come on in and do it. But it is staggering to see how many people really getting behind this and enjoy it, and yeah, award winning. And thanks to everybody. Keep telling people about it, because we don't, because we don't have money to do that. So thank you, genuinely, seriously, thank you to everybody who's listened to this, taking this out on a run with you, especially in these training runs now. That some of you are out there and you're getting on it. We've had some really nice comments about how people have taken us, the podcast, out with them and got them through certain training blocks and things like that.
On holiday as well. Take us on holiday.
Yeah,
all over the world.
It's not lost on us. It's not lost on me when I'm running along Port Palence and people are saying hi, Fordy, and even out walking along with my family and stuff like that. And even I make you laugh, even at Starlight Express. It's genuinely thank you, and that's not me mucking about for once. We really appreciate it. Right, Go back. I only want 2 seconds on this because it is something to think about. Because again, with the sort of coaching questions I get on a Monday. Oh, I forgot to do the Instagram questions. But anyway, it's about gear check because people are asking about race shoes. Dawn's, I don't know if she's listening, but Dawn and I were talking about her race shoes. Now's the time she's going to start putting them into. She does a run a week which has got some marathon goal pace in it. So I said to her to start launching it into there. And by the way, I put a thing up on Instagram today about asking us some questions. Thanks to everybody who did it. There was loads of them, right? But I would say 99% of them were about running shoes. So all I'm going to say to everybody, right, who asked me today on Instagram about a question about a running shoe, join me on a Monday, 8:00, right? And I'll answer them live, 8:00 on a Monday. I do a thing.
What shoes you got behind you on that box, by the way? I'm
ones?
intrigued. Behind you, or you're not allowed to show them? I can see behind your shoulder. Yeah, on top.
Them ones?
Yeah.
That's just a New Balance SC Elite 5.
That is SC Elite 5, right.
But yeah, so all the stuff that everybody was asking me on Instagram about thing, it just asked me on a Monday. But quickly, we'll do 2 of them. Thanks, Jimmy. There was loads of them. Actually, we'll do Mick because he's here. He's here. Mick asked, as we enter second half of the year, what's everyone's goals? Hayden, you do that. We'll answer another one in a bit. So, Hayden, what's your second half of the year? What's your goals?
Honestly, mine's a little bit difficult. I've got this really poxy back injury. I've got to have an operation before in October. So for mine's just going to get through September and October. I've got a lot of races coming up. I'm not going to run any of them hard. I just want to get through them and get to that point where I can get my back sorted. So next year, go hard again. So for me, that's my number one goal, definitely.
Beth?
Mine's very similar to Hayden.
Don't get injured doing socks.
Yeah, I've got a dodgy back and my knee's kind of gone. So I'm just looking to get through the end of the year. I've got a few nice little races planned. Vitality 10K, just enjoy running. I think that's where mine comes from. Not any aim. I had aims at the start of the year to do like sub 20-minute 5K. I did it, done. But kind of now I just want to get to the end of the year and start kind of next year with a few more aims, but a bit of focus as well.
Good. Wilco, whose camera's improved, by the way. Well done, Wilco.
Well, I do my best. Well, mine's all about enjoyment and just enjoying my running, really, because I'm not going to. I've not got a marathon in the book until the spring when I go to Paris. So it's about doing other stuff. It's getting out, doing a few races, getting people from the Wednesday group in Broxbourne. They're going to be doing their first 10K at Vitality. Quite a lot of them. Really looking forward to that. And I'm going to try and get a Couch 5K group going as well. And I'm really looking forward to getting my teeth into that. So it's going to be. It sounds really pompous, but it's almost sort of like helping other people to achieve their aims for the next sort of 6 months rather than worrying about my own. I'm just going to go out with my mates, enjoy my running, enjoying the events, a bit like tomorrow, seeing everybody and having a great time. That's my priorities for the next
That's brilliant. And
6 months or so.
Don't skip over it, Ford. You want to hear yours as well?
What?
We're here for. Yours, your goals, your aims for the rest of the year.
I just want to run Chicago with my mate. That's it.
Which one? Toby Gad, is he?
Could be. You never know. There is a 5K.
You never know. This is true.
No, I just want my mate to get his back sorted, and I want to run with my mate in Chicago. That's it. Done. That's it. Happy days.
Oh, that was quite emotional.
I know. It takes a while to get warmed up. He starts off abusing me, swearing at me, and we get towards the end. He starts.
He loves him really.
We're talking about
Right, back to the trying to add value. So, gear check. I'm just going to knock that one out of the park. Just if you've got, let's start. If you've got the Great North Run, hopefully you know what you're running in. If you've got like Vitality 10K, it might be worth chucking in now on some of those speed sessions that you might be doing. Chuck in your race shoe. If you've got like Chicago Marathon, like we have, again, might be worth just dropping that in for some of that work that you could be doing, but nothing crazy. But just drop that in to make sure you're comfortable with it. All right. Obviously, the other bits and bobs, your shorts and things like that, whatever you're going to be using, play with stuff if you've got time, gels and whatever. all that kind of thing. So we will come on to nutrition. And again, I'll come back. I will go back to the training tweaks that we can make, all right, as well. And I'll answer another question from Instagram. Right, so moving on. So the nutrition and hydration side of things, right? Again, I think with 6 to 12 weeks, you've still got time to adjust. I think if you're going into the Great North Run, it's probably now the wrong time to start trying anything new, I think, if I'm honest. I think anybody who's doing, like for somebody like me, and actually, is it this weekend? No, not this weekend, next weekend, I took you through how I basically lost 1.5 stone. And it's not anything like reinventing the wheel. I've not been doing jabs or whatever else is doing on TikTok. But that video comes out not this weekend, the following weekend, right? So how in terms of my nutrition. But I think there's still time to make sure that you're doing the right things in terms of your nutrition. It can still have a positive impact. Even if it's a habit that you get now that you can lead you on to whatever you do next, it's really important. So don't neglect that side of things. And also on the hydration side of things as well. Making sure, I know even today, I was massively dehydrated when I got home. I was so busy at work. After gym at lunchtime, I didn't get really a chance to keep myself hydrated. And I really felt that when I got home tonight. So it's really important, especially in this hotter weather, and you know, as the races are still going to be warm, to make sure you're getting the hydration. Beth, in terms of that side of things, do you play with stuff? I know you're not running at the moment, but do you try stuff in training and play around with stuff, or are you pretty set with what you do?
I'm
Talking of which,
set.
by the way, cheers everyone. Look at the glass. Look, it's got buds on it. What a hero. Go on.
Nice. So like I'm pretty set. I kind of know what I like. I'm one of those people that's really unexperimental. And if I like something, I'll stick with it. So I know when I run that like jelly babies are just my thing. Like I don't really need anything else. I have a bit of Kendall mint cake. If I kind of feel like it, but ultimately jelly babies are my during the run thing. And then beforehand, I know what makes me tick. So like carbs or whatever, bananas, malt loaves, I know what agrees with me. So I just stick to what I know. But if I was to do like a marathon or something in the future, then that would potentially be the time that I would kind of probably think about it a little bit more.
I'm a bit concerned about the malt loaf.
Oh,
nice.
malt loaf. It's so good.
Malt
do you not like it?
loaf.
What's the difference
Yeah.
in malt loaf and serene?
Same
Same
thing.
Same stuff.
Same thing. Oh,
Yeah.
That
Except
stuff
with-
it should be banned.
Not again.
No.
It's like, no, I'll tell you what it's like eating tarmac. Have you ever eaten tarmac?
No, never.
No.
It's the same thing. It's disgusting. It's so stodgy. The consistency of it is just like tarmac. It's like
no.
tarmac. It's not right. Toad
With
gave
that-
me one when we went up Snowdon. He went, here, try this. It was awful. Honestly, like,
Oh, a bit of butter on
No.
it. Lovely.
but
So good.
no, honestly, you got to stop
Yeah.
all this.
No, you can get like toffee apple. You can get like
No, they had this banana stuff, Beth. Banana
Oh,
one as well.
you can get banana. Banana was
Oh.
nice and
Yeah,
strawberry
yeah,
and
Oh,
yeah.
apple.
lovely.
We've got raspberry now as well.
Malt loaf,
Raspberry's
eh?
nice.
Yeah,
What's the
raspberry and
matter
white
with you lot?
chocolate.
Nice. Great
Thank
carbs,
you.
honestly.
Beautiful.
Per bar, the carb intake
No, I
is
know,
absolutely fantastic.
I
Really
know.
good.
A lot of ultras runners use it now, don't they? They should
Elites.
sponsor this pod, really. You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Nice effort tonight. Getting on to the sort of mental prep, because I think some people may be getting overconsumed with sort of worrying about already what's going to happen on race day. Maybe doubting themselves because they don't think they can run what they think they can run. And chasing mileage and all that sort of stuff because their brain's frazzled and all that kind of thing. I think right now is a good time to get mentally prepared for that final push. And if, let's say, again, go back to the reference point of the Great North Run, how race day looks, not necessarily targets, times, and I will never try and run a time at the Great North Run, just enjoy it. But trying to get your head in the space of what's coming up, whether it's the fact that you're focusing on the race or you're focusing on this crucial part of this training plan that you're on, you know, whatever it is, I think, you know, managing nerves, setting realistic goals, celebrating the small wins. Like, I'll give you an example, yeah? So last week, Saturday, just remember who I am. last Saturday I had 21 miles on the plan, right? And I was all set, like an absolute pro. I'm going to smash the life out of this. I'm going to do 12 miles at this, and then we're going to jump into marathon goal pace because I'm a professional athlete, because I had my Say Sky half tights on, all that sort of stuff. By the way, me and Ben were matching, pure accident. Anyway, got into it, done one lap. So I got the 12 miles done. I did one lap, goal pace, lovely. The next lap of 3 miles, because trying to get 12, it's like I've never run before. It's like someone, like turned the light off. I went, nah, you're done. I was 100%. I just waited like this, sat there and I waited, and along it came the old struggle bus. I got on, paid me money, and I sat on the struggle bus and I shuffled around, literally shuffled around until I got my sorry ass to 21 miles. But I wasn't going to walk, right? There's nothing wrong with walking, but for me, mentally, I was like, even if I'm like, and I pretty much was, by the way. I asked Ben when he came back and got me with a big smile on his face. Oh, yeah, I just done 620 per mile for the last 3 months. I was like, yeah, you could jump in front of that car. But I was like, proper struggling. It was still a win because I set a goal. When I knew that I didn't have what I needed that day, I was like, right, I'm getting on the struggle bus here today. This is a mental battle for me. And I actually think you get more out of those runs sometimes than you do smashing it. And I celebrated the win when I got into Sainsbury's, barely walking, of the fact that I didn't walk, and I held my mental state of mind and those urges to walk and just sack it off. I didn't give in to that. I kept going, which is so important, especially in the marathon, for example, or any endurance event, to be fair, to keep going, to keep moving forward. And that was a small win, despite it going totally tits up, right?
Yeah,
it was a small win, and I would say the same to all of you. It doesn't matter where you are. Wilco, what are you going to say?
Well, yeah, I agree that if you can get through and get some sort of positive out of everything that you do and concentrate on that, that's really important. I would also say as well that now's the time for prep to see what the race day experience is going to entail. We had a case for this. This was on the chat this week. There's a 10K at Wembley next week.
Oh,
don't get me started. And there was an issue with no water. People are like, oh, there's going to be no water. There's going to be no water and all this sort of thing.
What?
So now you know that there's not going to be any water. So get yourself a water bottle if you think you're going to need one, or prepare for it, and then take control of the situation, and then it's not going to be an issue. That's rather than just turning up and like, oh God, there's no water. You know, and you're aware of the situation, so take control and manage it.
2 things.
That's really important.
Actually, 3 things. Firstly, really good point. And if you are nervous about that, wear a hydration vest. Don't give a shit what anybody else says. I've seen all the negative crap on socials about wearing hydration vests. They can all do one. You be you. Do you, all right? Wear one, all right, if you're worried about it. Secondly, where was that information given out?
It was emailed. I think it was emailed out.
And thirdly, now I know, because I know this, that under, race things, laws, whatever you call it, they don't have to provide water for 10K and below, okay? But this is a large-scale event, right, put on by amazing people, by the way, who do Manchester Marathon and all this. So they're just not some noddy outfit, right, that you might expect that from. They got bags of money. They got a great sponsor in ASICS, right? Why the hell haven't they been putting out water?
In August.
Sorry. Huh?
In August.
But why? What's the reason for it?
I think it said I think I saw a screenshot. I'm not going, but the screenshot saying, oh, there's water on the course, but the water bit seems to be at the end. So that after the finish, it's kind of how but at the finish. So it isn't exactly on the course. It was really weirdly worded in the email. It was like, there's water on the course. The water thing will be at the finish.
But some people are going to be out there for an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe
I would imagine they're going to use that same word. I imagine they're going to say sustainability.
What a load of alter.
I know, but I don't know, and I'm not going to stick up for. But I have something in the back of my mind. I might have this completely.
We're 100% on this.
Yeah. Something's in the back of my mind. So Saucony have taken over the That used to be called the London 10K, didn't it? It used to be this. So the Sockley 10K now was the ASICS 10K. And I've got a feeling towards the end when ASICS had it, I think there's one year they've done exactly the same. I might have completely made that up, but something's in the back of my mind where they stopped it. And everyone went mad about it. It was like, you should be giving out water at 10K. Obviously, Sockley taken it over since then. So maybe it's just what they do. I don't know.
I think it is, but at the end of the day, if there isn't any, it's a fact. And different topic. Yeah, do think, it's not, they're not giving me any water. Take control of the situation and take.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
and I think that they send out. To be fair, this ties into what you're saying as well about race day prep. A lot of big races now, you actually get an email. Some of them you get an email leading up every couple of weeks saying 10 weeks to go, 8 weeks to go, 6 weeks to go, and they've got race. I think I've got one for Vitality 10K this morning, and they give you tips.
One about every week at the moment.
They give you hints and they give you tips and they'll tell you about things in advance, which ties into all of this, which is brilliant, which is good.
Beth, I'm a genius. Have you seen this new feature on Gmail where there's a managed subscriptions thing? You can unsubscribe to all of them.
Oh, really?
Within about 2 seconds. Yeah, if you go on your Gmail, if you use the Gmail thing, down on the left-hand side, there's a little arrow. It says managed subscription. It's been the greatest moment of my life.
But you would not know. If you'd done that for this race, you may not know that they're not going to be water there.
Yeah, but you've got to remember, I delete everything that comes in anyway, so it doesn't really matter. You might as well not bother sending it to me anyway. It's like, Tomes, like, well, what we do? No idea. I didn't even know. It's like, I do think, going back to this, it is a serious point. I think if that's true, that's a bit strong. They need to think about everybody in the race. Okay. Last one on this, because then I say I want to get onto some of these sort of practical training tweaks that you can do, and this is this might sound a bit nuts, especially if you're 12 weeks away. But what does post-race recovery look like? What does the after look like? It's quite important because first you've got to recover from whatever you've done, 5K, 10K, half marathon, whatever you're doing, right? It's important. I just see Phil's comment. Have you seen that about his new car in his video? Yeah. But yeah, it's like you can then be on that slippery slope of the blues if you're not careful. So the sort of post-race, post-event, post-thing, some people are doing the Great North Run for the first time. It's going to be unbelievable. 60,000 people, biggest half marathon in the country, blah, 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 all that sort of stuff. And then you're
live podcast, shakeout runs, everything.
Yeah, and probably the best shakeout run as well. But you're sort of like, or Hayden hardly went into one then. I have to be very careful. Yeah. It's like you can slippery. It's a slippery slope. I think that's where, and it's not a plug because you go wherever you like. But that's where I think the satellites really help. Our satellite groups. We've got satellite leaders here, all three of them, brilliant, amazing people. From Exeter to Carlisle. Weekly groups that go out, whatever your local running group is, they can provide a good place to, once you've got over the race, to head out and start going along to them, maybe pick up some of those social runs. It's always a good place to start in terms of, trying to get that mojo back or think about what you're going to necessarily do next. It doesn't have to be a race. It does, for Christ's sake, doesn't have to be another marathon. It can be whatever you want it to be. But I would just say to start thinking now, what does post-race recovery look like? And the recovery is not just getting over the race, it's what happens next, because a lot of people don't do that, and then we hear about them getting losing the mojo, losing that post-race motivation, losing your race motivation, or whatever they call it. I'm talking bollocks, but you know what I'm saying, don't you, Beth? I
do. I think for me, it's like just total overwhelm and overload on the day. So my next day, I know I just can't talk to anyone. I can't see anyone. I just need to be by myself and just de-stress. And I think running wise, just give yourself a few days off. It's fine. Yeah. It's absolutely fine. Because isn't there something, I'm probably the wrong person to say this, but isn't it 7 days for a half and whatever? There was something about 1 day per yeah. There's some conversion somewhere about how long you're meant to have off per mile or something like that. Of racing, but I think you know yourself when it feels right to kind of go back out again, and you'll get that energy back as well.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good, and I'm with you on the. I always take a day off 9 times out of 10 after a marathon. It's not the fact that I've run a marathon. That's not me being big-headed or Billy Big Bollocks sitting here. It's what you said. I struggle with as everybody knows, with my autism and ADHD. It's the overwhelm. It's the sensory overload. I'm exhausted physically, but more mentally than anything else. It's a real struggle on that side of things. So actually, the day after is all about quiet and being away from it all and not shutting myself off as some nutcase. It's just I know that's what I need. So yeah,
I think there's things like sorry, go on.
No, go on, Beth. Go on.
I was going to say there's things like Brighton Marathon, where they're getting those VR headsets now, aren't they? To so you know kind of what to expect as well on the day, which does help a little bit in terms of preparing yourself for a day, but it's not the same as being in it. But at least it gives a bit of an experience, so you know how you're going to feel.
Yeah.
And then
I look afterwards as well. I know that one of the things about we're all going to Newcastle, and it's such a big deal. We have a great weekend feeling that. But I do look forward to going back on Monday morning, having breakfast at the hotel, going along at my own pace to the station, just having a coffee and sitting on the train for 3 hours and looking out the window on the way home. It's a really nice sort of de-stress sort of thing. And also, I'm related to that. I always like to have something in the book. I always like to have something to look forward to a little bit further down the line, something else to book. But as I ease my way back in, I think parkruns really come in handy because that's a really nice way to sort of you have a week off thing, and then you're just sort of like, oh, I'll just go to parkrun on Saturday. And then you just go and have a little trot round and get back into the swing of things in the same way as you meet up with your satellite group and you just go out for a nice, gentle 5K. That's a really nice way to ease your way back in.
I like to have a day. It's always good to have a bit of nice rest and peace and no work or nothing. And then someone calls you out on Instagram and says about you're not working hard enough, you're not doing enough, while they're doing loads of other stuff. And you think, am I supposed to be resting or not? Hey, coach.
So it's hard, isn't it? It's hard to know what to do and not to do. Talking of Instagram, I've just seen the time. This is a quick one. What supplements do people take to ward off the lurgy? If you do, Wilco, do you take any supplements to sort of help against five? Again, it's a good point because as you're pushing your body, your immune system's getting whacked. Is there anything that you have? Well, and I'm not talking about the massive lines of creatine that you're doing.
No, I've eased off on that a little bit. I've not been. I had a bit. I think I had COVID a couple of weeks ago. So
no, you gave COVID. No, it's not.
It became Hayden. It's around Hertfordshire. It's been called Will COVID.
Yeah, he gave it to everyone.
Yeah, apparently everybody's had it. But so no, not really.
No.
I mean, the obvious joke is, that I'll just sort of drink my way through it. But
Beth, do you take any sort of supplements to help?
I do take supplements. So I have, it's more like vitamins and stuff. So I've got like iron ones because got restless leg stuff, and then like omega-3 and calcium. But in terms of actually kind of warding things off, I'm really old-fashioned. Like I get on the lemon sip, I like the honey and lemon. Like if I get any sort of cold, that's me straight away. But I'm all for like natural stuff mainly.
And it's interesting, Hayden, being as old as you are, back in the day, what did they? Because they didn't have modern medicine when you was like 20. What?
Brimstone and treacle.
Yeah.
What supplements did they have in 1880?
I actually take these vitamins. They come in these 2 blister packs. Where one of the packs is a cod liver oil tablet. It's really horrible. You just got to get
cod liver's rank.
And you can feel it coming up like later on. It's horrible. But I have one of them, and I have a vitamin tablet. But if I'm ever feeling a little bit cold or anything else, I have 2 solutions for me. One is I always smash the fresh orange. I love freshly squeezed orange juice. I think that just does world of wonders. The other one is I'll just take a night nurse and go to bed. It knocks me out, and I wake up in the morning and I feel good. It works every time. It's so strong, but it does the job.
That wasn't what I think the chap was asking for. It wasn't to get hooked on drugs like night nurse.
Honestly, it's brilliant stuff. Night nurse is brilliant stuff.
There you go. Everyday runner advice.
I'll tell you, honestly, just really quickly with night nurse. I should probably killed in 10 years. I was going to Tokyo. Louisa started like flying, and we knew it was like 11-hour flight. Got to the airport. She said, just have a bit of night nurse. I can't have some night. So she done a swing of night nurse. She went to sleep on the plane. She woke up 11 hours and 15 minutes later. She slept. She slept for over 11 hours. It's that strong. She slept for over 11 hours on the flight. She woke up. She's like, that's amazing. We were landing. Honestly,
I might have to take
it's
up
brilliant.
Hey, new sponsor, mate. Can we get a
That's the only
sponsorship
way
with
they're
Night
going to
Nose?
get me to Sydney.
Yeah, just stop off, do enough one, then go again.
Do 500 mil of it. What you could do 500 mil of that, couple of lines of creatine. Bob's your uncle. You're off. Oh wow. Anyway, there you go. Thanks to whoever asked that. There was another question, and this is not me talking bollocks. Where was it? Whose tan has faded quicker, Fordy's or Hayden's? Probably mine.
Yours is ever up there, mate. I've got all these lights in my face. If I turn my lights off,
No, I'll be
I
serious.
go a lot browner.
We won't see him. Where's he
No,
gone?
I'll be serious. My tan's definitely faded, but I drove the kids nuts because I kept showing them what I looked like before and what I looked like after. It got to the point where they stopped talking to me. But mine's definitely unfortunately faded. But it's probably because I've spent so much time inside at the gym, unlike Hayden, who's been out watering his plants. You know what, right? We've done 55 minutes of this tour. How pleased is everybody to have us back? I think massively. Everyone's. What I've been seeing is that everyone. I was talking about Spico in the comments. And if you don't know about what they're talking about in his cars, watch this week's just gone, his new car in the weekly vlog. I was going to mention the training tweaks, but I think we'll save that for another day. We'll come back to that because there's some stuff that I was going to talk about, but we basically ran out of time. I don't know why we wasted it. Mainly, I think because Hayden was talking about his gym. I think.
What's that?
What I can't remember.
I can't remember.
Right, team. So are you, Beth? So you're there. You're not extreme park running. What are you doing on Saturday? Can you run?
I
at
am
all?
park running. Yeah, I will be park running.
What
I
one?
need to get to 500. Probably either Torquay or Penrith tomorrow.
What colour t-shirt did you get? 500.
Blue. I'll
Blue,
join
it's
the
the best
blue
one.
club. I missed
It's
the
the
blue
best one.
memo tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many got to go?
Yeah.
I'm on 470.
Oh, do you know what, people? It's really easy to throw about these numbers. 450. Let's throw about 500 park runs. Oh, that's good. Do you know what? That is literally, that's 10 years of not having a day off from park run.
Yeah.
To do 500 park runs
tight.
in 10 years.
Oh,
And that's
tight.
with COVID thrown in the middle.
Oh, tight.
Go on,
Are we all having a top then? We're all going to see how many
400
we've
and
got
what?
to do.
470
And there's 50 park runs a year, isn't there?
ish.
No, about 50. I think you get 53.
Yeah.
53
No, I
because
saw
you get
a
a
geezer-
Christmas Day.
I saw a geezer on TikTok saying us about how this thing there was 61 year and this bloke's done it because there was something or other. Let's take. That can't be right.
Honestly,
Yeah, 10 years.
she started when she
Yeah.
was 6.
Yeah.
I don't think God, maybe Chris also. Take COVID out. That COVID, there's no park run.
Yeah,
for
no,
18
none
months.
for a year. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
In
Honestly.
April 2026, we're going to do 499 in London, and then we're going to do 500 at Torquay, because me and my mum are going to do 500 at the same day.
At where?
So we're going to do 499 somewhere in London, probably either Bushy or Old Dean.
No,
or
I'll tell you what,
Richmond.
these two know the best park run. It's more North London. You've got
Is
the best
it?
park run. Where should we take her? Come on, boys.
Barclay.
Yeah,
Barclay.
I'll leave
There you
it.
go. There you go. That'd be a great 499.
I'll leave it to you lot.
I wonder if anyone's ever done 499 at Barclay.
I bet I have.
Don't know. It's an interesting fact. Now, where's Coach Our Head? Know that.
Yeah.
But Beth,
Oh, yeah.
where's this other place?
Torquay Town. It's in Cumbria. It's my local. So yeah, that can be
Is it
extreme
flat?
park run. There you go. Ish. There's a bit of a hill, but relatively flat. It
Is it-
goes like 2/3 around the town, a bit through the woods.
Is it tar? I was going to say, is it tarmac or trail?
Trail.
It's trail.
Aidan, what time do you reckon we'd have to leave Dartford in a coach to get the car
That's
out
what
for
I'm
9
thinking.
o'clock?
Probably Thursday afternoon, about 3 o'clock.
I think Kieran would do it.
Yeah. Do it. Oh, definitely. To be fair,
He's
500
He's always banging on about me going to Carlisle with him, and I said I'll only go if we go in his Tesco lorry.
What he could do, he could put everybody in the back of the Tesco lorry
Yeah.
and drive you all up there. That's a genius idea.
If you get there for the police raiding the lorry.
And yeah, you'll get chucked out. They think you're silent people. They put you in a hotel around the corner from me.
Anyway.
Yeah, sorry. Oops. So I think that's it. Next week, I've got no idea what we're going to talk about. As always, we construct these things very well in advance. I am back live on Monday at 8 o'clock. So everybody who did genuinely ask me a question about running shoes on that Instagram post, and seriously, there was loads on there. So thanks very much to everybody who did take the time to ask a question. It is easy if you come on Monday and ask those questions. I will answer them, no problem at all. I'm on from 8 o'clock, half hour, 45 minutes, something like that. Depends how tired I am from the day. But yeah, if you come on there at 8 o'clock, I'll join you. Thanks very much to the team. Thanks very much to Beth for filling in again. Bless you, for admin. And we wish admin well. We hope she's feeling better. Don't forget, like we said, we're getting closer to the Great North Run, people. So even if you listen to this and for whatever strange reasons you're not a member of the club, which is free to join, by the way, be part of, come along to one of the over 50 satellite groups across the country, you're still very welcome to come along. All right.
Can I just say, I'm not allowed, but just so people know, there is 2 people coming to the Shakeout Run, the Great North Run, that are my absolute heroes.
Yeah, you can't tell. You
can't.
I'm
not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing. But I'm just saying. I can give a teaser. It's 3 weeks out. But 6 weeks out. No, 3 weeks out.
They might not make it.
And they're my heroes. I'm one of everyone else's heroes. Oh.
But they might not make it.
You're welcome, mate.
You're legends. It's Kieran and Wilco. Sorry. I should have let it out, should I?
So check that out. If you are coming to Chicago, join the breakfast run. There's a lot of you already, but you're still welcome to join us in the podcast we've got out there. I think that's it. Have I forgotten anything, Wilco?
I don't think so, mate.
Don't forget to send your emails in, all that sort of stuff. Where's the out?
We'll see you at Dartford at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, and if you're going to, what's it called? What park run you do tomorrow?
Delston Country Park.
So make sure you go down there, see everybody, say hello. I can tell you now, Speedgoat won't be there. Just telling you now if anybody's looking for him. And that's it. Again, a big shout out to our friends at Sketches. Thanks very much to them for sponsoring this podcast. Again, check out the new Aero line from them. My favorite is the Aero Burst. I really love the shoe. So that's genuine as well. It's not because they sponsor. I couldn't give a shit. I genuinely like the shoe. So check that out. But yeah, thanks very much to everybody. And I will see you all on Monday. Maybe some of you may see me tomorrow. Who knows?